Sound check. It test 1, 2, 2 check.
Hey Tiger friends, it's Meredith with TigerliliResources, and it is Tiger News Tuesday. Only it's Thursday. That's okay. I was out of town Monday and Tuesday, so I'm a little bit behind. Had a full day yesterday, but I'll talk about that next week. Okay, so give a little recap from the last week. Last Wednesday, I had a beautiful meeting with one of our most amazing supporters, one of our biggest prayer warriors, Sister Esther from Sisters of the Most Precious Blood. She has been working with us since about 2018. And she has been in a variety of capacities, and she is now officially an honorary board member. Very happy that she is. She's staying involved with us, even though life is kind of dishing her some more responsibilities that she loves, all of them. But I'm just thankful that we still get to borrow some of her time in this mission. So an honorary board member, if you're interested in being one, that is a board member who your primary role is connecting us to people. People that can make a difference, people that can make an impact, people that have large spheres of influence, people that are able to contribute financially, and people that just help get the word out of this mission and ministry. That is an honorary board member. Very, very important in our work. People are priceless. So if you're interested in being an honorary board member or an advisory board member, I'll give you more information about that. That's a little bit more involved. Or an executive board member, we're actually looking for an accountant to help do bookkeeping and file our tax reports, our annual 990 reports. So if that's you, if you're versed in nonprofit accounting, let us know. So that's a very important role, would be the treasurer. That would be the title for the executive board. So if you're interested in that, honorary board member, advisory board, or executive board treasurer, drop us a note, let us know. Also, last week on Friday, I did my third presentation at Ameren in Troy, Missouri, and it was very powerful. There was about 25 of their linemen, and I actually had a dad come up to me after, and he was in tears. And he was very worried about his 17-year-old daughter. And so I just want to ask all of our Tiger friends, please keep this young one lifted in prayer. He said that she's being a little bit rebellious, a little secretive. Just things about her have changed. And he's thinking, after learning what he learned from this presentation, that she could very well be walking herself into a situation that could leave her vulnerable and that she could fall prey to exploitation or trafficking. So please keep that lifted in prayer. And then also the supervisor who helped arrange the presentation, he came up to me at the end and he was like, okay, I can't shake this. After what he learned, he said that he really feels like he saw this the week prior or earlier that week. They were doing a job on a service road, and it was nearby a trailer park, and there was a gentleman walking, a man walking in a black hoodie, and he was holding the hand of or the arm of a younger girl, probably 12 or 13 years old, and that little girl looked at the supervisor in his eyes, and he kind of blew it off in that moment because he was like, well, maybe that's her dad, maybe. But then learning what he did learn, he was like, I can't shake it. I really feel like that's what I saw. What am I supposed to do about that? So I just encouraged him. I asked if they would be back in the area again. He said that they had a lot of work to do there. So I said to just let the team inform them, let them have eyes open of what to look for. If they're able to get any pictures, do that, because pictures are priceless. They help identify and help bring evidence together. And if they can get the pictures, and to give us a call, and we could step in and help them if they still felt like that was the case. So immediately after, 2 people out of 25 had direct interaction that they were very concerned about. So for me, massive success. And also from that meeting, one of the other, I would guess he was a supervisor, I didn't ask his position, but he asked me specifically if I was aware of their Ameren Cares program, which I actually did look into. That was their giving program, their corporate giving, and they have Ameren, Missouri and Ameren, Illinois, that I'm going to request on both of those. But I wanted to wait until after Friday to get another group of under our belts, and then with that request, we can request from them letters of recommendation, so we can hopefully have a better shot at getting some funding from Ameren. I'm very hopeful about that because during that presentation that morning, I missed a phone call from a supervisor from Ameren St. Charles, and they invited me to come out to give a presentation there April 10th. So that will be my fourth. And there's just been so much interaction and support, and they've really taken a lot away from these presentations. And I'm so glad. I think now I spoke to about 100 plus, maybe about 120 of their either construction or linemen that are out in the community. Majority of them were men. Fabulous. So thankful. So that was Friday. And then Monday and Tuesday, I was out of town. I was up at Illinois State University with Professor Tom Lucy, and I did 3 presentations with his class. Again, I did this before in the fall semester, and this was his spring semester seniors that are studying to be elementary or high school social studies teachers. So they're going to be going into the school force and seeing firsthand a lot of potential exploitation and peer-to-peer trafficking.
Hey Tiger friends, it's Meredith with TigerliliResources, and I am in Bloomington, Normal, Illinois at Illinois State University on their beautiful campus. I'll show you a little bit. Such a windy day. But I just finished presentation number 3 of this visit. I've done 6 presentations here of trafficking awareness, and this last class that we were in, every class was so different. I think in total now we have done 24 to 60, 80, 100, about 150 students, seniors. And yesterday's class was really inquisitive, very engaged. This morning was all about taking action. This afternoon's class was super heavy, quiet, processing, digesting. It was so very strong, whatever that was. I talked to a couple other girls after, and they've actually had experiences, and so the presentation touched very close to home. I actually had a visitor in this last class, a retired judge, and he was formerly a prosecuting attorney on child sexual abuse cases. He was very eye-opened, really. This is part of casting the net. This is part of getting the awareness out and calling in the hearts that want to take action also. So this is what Cast the Net looks like, going far and wide, wherever they will have us, to spread the word and engage. This is Tiger News Tuesday, and I'm just so kind of slow right now. Sorry, I've talked so much, but I wanted to just show you where I was. Like, I'm so honored to be here. This is Illinois State University. Pretty cool. I'll probably add more because I'm kind of rambling. So when I get home, settled, rested, I have a 2.5 hour drive. I'm gonna grab me some coffee and hit the road, Jack.
So not only did I open their eyes up to trafficking in that setting, but also to just have eyes on themselves, how to look out for themselves when they're on campus, how to just be aware of different things that they were not aware of. I have these questionnaires that I give out before the presentation starts, and they're very basic questions, the same questions I use to actually launch Traffic Stop with our most involved supporters of like 3+ years. I asked them these questions, and their resounding answers after following us for that many years was, I don't know. That wasn't okay with me. That sparked the launch of Traffic Stop. But I use that same questionnaire when I go and do presentations. And I like to see what they know of human trafficking before we start. And then I have a follow-up questionnaire at the end with feedback. And always the resounding response is either very dramatized of what they picture when they hear human trafficking. Overall, it's very moderate in the area that they're in, but it's very bad in the country. Usually they're pretty a good variety of reasons why, contributors, what's the biggest contributor to trafficking? A wide variety of answers there. And then what other organizations do you know of, locally, nationally, or internationally, that's fighting human trafficking? And most of the time, the answer is I don't know. And then by the end, when they give their feedback, it's a scale of 1 to 5. And there's lots of 5s, lots and lots of 5s, a few 4s. But very impacted by the information that they learned. I had a girl, actually I'm going to read you her email. In the presentation, there's a segment that's like, okay, what can you do to get involved? And there's 9 different ways, 9 fine ways that you can get involved. And those are posted on like Facebook and on our website and stuff. So if you're interested in becoming a volunteer, you can find out how to do that. But one of the ways that I mentioned at least 3 times in the presentation is please pray. Prayers move mountains. And I don't shy away from letting people know that we are faith-based, even on a state university. We love Jesus, okay? And Jesus is the reason for our whole entire mission. So we ask everybody, hey, if you're praying people, please pray for us because your prayers absolutely move mountains. Well, I had an email, this was I think Tuesday night, from one of the girls from, I believe, the Monday presentation. Anyway, she said, thank you so much for coming to our class yesterday. Your presentation was so informative. Something I found quite surprising in your presentation was that human trafficking is everywhere and in places you don't even expect it, like small towns. Something that I would tell people is that you need to be aware of your surroundings, especially when meeting new people and when you're alone in public. I also want to share that on Tuesday, I called my friend to chit chat and brought up your presentation. I was telling her all about the new information I learned, and she shared about a time where she thought she was almost trafficked. With the information you presented and my friend sharing her story, it really made me realize how real and horrible these situations really are. I will continue to share the information I learned from Tuesday with as many people as I can. I also want to let you know that I'm not really a person who prays, but your presentation moved me so much. Before I went to bed, I said some prayers for everyone that has been affected by these horrible crimes. Thank you again. That was absolutely beautiful to me. That's what it's all about. Informing people, letting people know. And my biggest prayer is that I pray that at the end of this presentation, you're never the same again. And I'm pretty sure I can bet that that's the case of everybody that has seen the presentation. That's pretty powerful. And I'm actually blown away by the feedback that I get because I'm just being obedient. I'm delivering the message. I'm delivering experiences. And I guess they've just never had it presented in that way. And it's very captivating and engaging. And they're very happy to share the information. This last time I have 5 invitations to come back to sororities and to a Christian student group that's on campus. So I was joking and I was like, well, let's just call this Greek week and we'll come up and make it a tour, right? So that's not all the way, set in stone yet. There's some logistics to figure out, but that's the next plan, is to get back up and hit Greek life and tell them about it. That was this week. A lot of presentations, a lot of awareness, a lot of travel. So your giving helps facilitate all of that. It does help maintain the House of Rahab. Again, it's not open, it's just maintaining. So we're able to cover the mortgage and the bills and the maintenance and the upkeep of the house. But the contributions that you do give now, it allows me and soon others that'll be training to go and do these presentations and raise awareness and get more people involved in the mission. We currently right now have 8 monthly donors, and we are so thankful for you 8. Thank you guys so much. We love you. We love you. Thank you for believing in this work, that you are willing to contribute into it, your funds, because that's time of your life that you're giving into this mission. So thank you for believing in this work. There's so much more to do. So I'm gonna call out again, Tiger friends, we are looking for monthly supporters. If there's one monthly donor, that if this donor was not a monthly donor, we would not be able to exist. That's how serious this is. Everybody that is learning of it is so wrecked by the severity of it that they had no idea how bad it was, and that they want to do their part to get involved. Well, an easy way to do that is to become a monthly donor. $10, $20, $25. Every bit adds up, and it helps us be secure to go forward and grow this mission. We have so many wonderful programs that are just going forward in the midst, and if we have your support, they can be fulfilled beautifully. So that was our week of Tiger News, 2 days late, but we'll catch up next Tuesday. And I'm not going to talk about today and yesterday because stuff did happen, but you have to wait till next week for that. So if you're interested in becoming a donor, you can visit our website, www.TigerliliResources.org, hit the donate button, enter the amount that you would like to give, choose monthly if that's where you want it to go, and don't forget to set recurring. You have to set recurring for it to go. We don't just take it automatically on our side. You have to give the permission. And we thank you again so much always for your love, your prayers, and your support. And until next time, this is Meredith with Tiger Lily Resources, and I am signing off.
Check, sound, check, with this. Sound, check, with this. 1, 2, check, sound, check, with this. 1, 2, check, sound, check, with this. 1, 2, check, sound, check, with this. 1, 2, check.